Don't blink, kiss your blink. Welcome to our show. You guys are doing well, having a wonderful day. My apologies for the late. My neighbors put some music. Now this is a common space. This is my balcony, this is a common place, so I have to be respectful of that. But if they put music, I cannot film. However, it calls attention to this. Look at this, right? Look at this, and then look at this. So we do have some of the spring, some of the tree coming back. We tell we're doing a lot better, which is good. And that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's freaking go. Okay. About to be finding those Bluetooth. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Good job, good job. Yes. Okay. Good. Now that's the detector. No, dude. My apologies. The heck?
Kasi wala, hindi kasama doon sa time card eh. Wala siguro tayo.
Don't feel like making content. Don't feel like filming. Okay, so the GoPro, that's mine. Shield, that is mine. Okay. TV Angel, Samsung. that. Stop sending me your fucking light, dude.
Let's see the new movement ability.
So annoying. Back to this guy, sorry. Good. Okay, perfect. Oh, I look like shit, so I'm just wear a hat. Okay. Dumpling is winning. Welcome to the Player Show. Visiting Malta, having a wonderful day on this 1st May 2024. We have a great news today. We've been having a little bit of a harder time lately with depression and things like that. So we're gonna bring in a new concept, which is an old concept, which is the night stroll. So I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna put some music because we're not doing well today. So let's put some music and try to at least have a little bit of a better time, right? So I talked about this a couple of weeks ago about how I wanted to do the night stroll. They're back. But I talked about, hey, I wanted to bring them back. The reason why I didn't bring them back was because I had my skateboard, and my skateboard per se is amazing, right? I love my skateboard. However, my skateboard isn't really resistant to I don't know what you call it, cracking the asphalt or cracked in the well, you know, in the road. So I can't really see it at night. Now, for the nature corn, what I plan to do was I plan to use more the GoPro. Now, the problem with the GoPro, which is a fantastic device, and I really, really, really like it, the problem with the GoPro is you cannot really use it in the dark. It will not show up, right? So there is a very, very simple thing. Now, what happened is, it's actually a really, really fun thing. So what happened was, it was really, it was really late. I had to go to the election the next morning. I should remember for the election the next week. Holy shit, you see, can I talk? In here it's not going well, right? So, let's restart that. So, I was going to the election, right, last week, right? And then during the last week, this is gonna help a lot though. This is really gonna help. Then we're gonna go just with the house over my head. I heard it's the softest thing. It looks like I could kill. Do I walk a day to remember? It's complicated. Okay, let's go to it's complicated. Now the funniest thing is we spent the whole day waiting for my neighbors not to have music, and now it's freaking raining. Just want to go why they come in. This is the third video of the day we did, which is possibly the last one. And I don't want to get rain on myself, which is crazy concept, but still. So you see how much this helped already? This really helps. It's crazy how it helps. It went so good. Not my favorite. Some of these songs, but they to remember. Age really well, but these a little bit less. Mr. Highway, Homesick, A Day. Welcome to the family. You know what? Let's go with Ice and Kill. Yep. Let's go with Ice and Kill and Glizoo compilation. Okay, playlist is good. It's not a bad song, it's just an age. I age differently, you know? Which is insane. So going back to the subject. I was always afraid because my phone keeps on breaking. And every single time it's really expensive. And it happened once, you said okay. It happened twice, you said okay. But now I spent over, it's crazy. We spent over 2,000 just within a phone repair, right? Now, ultimately speaking, this is my tool of work, right? So it doesn't really matter. First of Crystal Lake. So we're gonna be trying this. Let's do this today. See, I shouldn't make content when I'm depressed, but this is the only thing I want to do. So let's do it. So I was afraid of breaking the phone in the dark. But again, I cannot see the cracks, so the skate, if I get into a crack, it's not good. And when I'm doing a night core, so when I'm doing nature core and I'm looking at nature, when I'm doing night core, I'm constantly looking at the ground, hoping to find the crack before I go in. So I'm going in and I'm enjoying myself because I'm talking to you guys and I'm making content, and it's great. And especially with this one because we have the dual camera, so we see here and see here. No, Larson, DJIF. No, we fake. The curse of Crystal Lake. Not my favorite. Holy shit, why is my battery so low? Well, that's a big problem. They need to upload. Don't you know it's never enough? Let's go with, see, battery is low. Let's go with Jason Mama, actually really good. But before that, let's do In the End. No, it is The End because it's a different song. It is The End is actually also really, really good. It is The End is a hard to it. Good. So the plan would be to have not be afraid of the cracks. Now, not be afraid of the cracks. That happened really nicely. I was supposed to go to the election. What ended up happening was I couldn't go to the election because this is really nice because I couldn't go to the election because my party was dead. So I had to use the scooter that we had because my father was like, hey. So I had a scooter before. So what ended up happening was so this is a long story. Holy shit. So what ended up happening was I was working at PCT, right? And then at PCT, what happened is I would come to skateboard every single day. And then I would sweat a lot in the summer. The boss was like, hey, it's not normal that you come in and you're sweating already. I don't mind if you're sweating at 2 o'clock. I want you to sweat at 2 o'clock, but not at 7 when you're starting. But okay, no problem. So now I started to take the bus, and now I realized that the price of the bus was a lot. Now I don't. It's complex because back then I was making 12.40. We're 10 years from that. Well, I was 24 when I started, so we're 8 years from then. And now the minimum salary is 16.10, but back then I was making 12.40. Right, inflation's a bitch. Then what ended up happening was I couldn't buy every single bus pass because it was too expensive. And the problem with the company with PCT was I was an agency worker. So as an agency worker, you're never sure if you'll last. You're never sure if they'll keep you. You can fire you like that. Today you have a job, on Monday you don't have a job. So my friend were like, at work, my friends were like, hey, why don't you buy an electric scooter? And the boss was also there. We were having see, this is a big story. We were having dinner. Every Friday we had dinner with friends, with the group, we're friends. Da, 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 da. Mary on the ground, no going around. Some people, I still love this crazy world. Some people are just, yeah. I'll tell you guys the story. Well, I can tell you right away. For fuck's sake, yeah, you can kind of see it. I took a screenshot of a bill, and you can see it on the. You can kind of see it. Whoops. You can kind of see it on the thing, and people are crazy. They'll look it up. They'll see the information. So I went in the bus, like, and then the guys were talking about, hey, why don't you get a scooter? And I was like, ooh. And then one of the guys was like, hey, as a joke, you're gonna get hurt because I'm not the most careful guy. I went to work and I hurt myself 3 times, one for the legs, one for the fingers, and one mentally. And yeah, so in 7 years, in 7 or 8 years, I never remember. So what ended up happening was, the boss was like, hey, if you buy a scooter, it's gonna be safe here. We have a place for you in the front to charge it. And the boss was really nice about it and said, in the winter, if you want, you can put it in the storage. We have the storage units. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. So I bought a scooter. Now, I didn't think, I'm impulsive, so when I went to buy the scooter, I didn't check if there was electric skateboard. So my knowledge of electric things weren't great. Electric toothbrush, that's pretty much it. And then what happened is, I bought the scooter, and then at first I liked it, right? But not really sooner. Okay. So the truth is, I'm ashamed of saying that, but even back then I was overworked. I was doing so much things at the same time. So even back then, which was 8 years ago, I was playing multiple games. So I would have the normal skateboard. Normal skateboard would take me 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes to go home. I had Netflix. I had a show for the road. And I know you shouldn't look at your phone when you're skateboarding, but I was. And I went to the electric scooter. And the electric scooter, the bad thing is, as soon as you take off your hand, it's fucked. So I couldn't really watch my shows. And there's one time we put the phone on top of the scooter, the phone fell, cracked. That was expensive, so I was like, okay, fuck that. So a year later, so in 2020, I want to say 2020, 20, before the pandemic, we ended up buying our electric skateboard. And electric skateboard was way, way, way better. And it was just way better. So the scooter, I didn't end up using it. So I was like, okay, well, let's give it to the Nat, which is my stepmom. Let's give it to her. Because she also she also lived close to work. She also lived close to work. Yeah, that makes sense. So you had to choose in between. I'm like, okay, well, am I gonna sell it or am I gonna give it? No, and I was like, okay, let's give it. And now, Jason Mom is actually really freaking good. I love Jason Mom. So Jason Mom is Fountain of Youth, Stacey's mom. But he did with Jason Mom, which is Jason Voorhees, which is Friday the 13th. We got it going on, Jason's mom. See, we're doing okay today. We're doing a bit better, Jason's mom has got it going on. So my computer died. Let's go charge it. Jason, do you remember Camp wasn't so great. Wasn't so great. And they drowned in the lake. Drowned in the lake. But one woman stood by you. And it's Marcy's head. Marcy's head. Better off that. You see, today I don't really feel like making content. I feel like fucking sleeping. But if I sleep tomorrow, I'm gonna be sleepy. Because when you oversleep, you end up sleeping for a long ass time. So the more you sleep, the more tired you are, right? Because your body, you're forcing yourself to sleep. So this is not medical. I'm not a doctor, thank God, because I would have a lot of issue with the law. So technically, what happened with the sleeping is, you force yourself to sleep. So like, okay, well, let's sleep more, and then your body is convinced that you need more sleep, right? So your body is trying to find what's wrong with you. Why are you needing so much sleep? That's why you're sleeping more, because your body doesn't repair itself as much as it should be. So yeah. Next, I had the scooter, and the scooter was great. The scooter was really nice, to be honest. The scooter was really nice, but at the same time, the scooter is can I say that when I'm on my skateboard, when I'm on a bike, I like using no handle. I like being free. I like doing whatever I need to do, whatever I want to fucking do. You know, that's my life, right? So when I had a scooter, you kind of had to focus. And the scooter kind of is dangerous. So the scooter doesn't have the dead brake. The scooter, after the first fall, which was the first week, there's a way to give gas, which is actually electricity. But the way to give gas would stay on. So even if I stop pressing, the way it works, you press, it goes, you release, it release. Simple as that. So then I was like, okay, well, this is dangerous. I give it to my stepmom, which is really cool for me. If you go, here's something I injured myself with a lot. Even if I'm being completely honest, when I hurt my leg, it was because of the scooter, because I was going too fast, and then we tried to go on a chain road, so I had to give it a bit more juice. To go higher the hill, or high up a steep. I don't know what you call it. Let's call it the little mount. Yeah, little mount's actually pretty good. And the little mountain itself, what happened is, I had to give more juice. By giving more juice, it kind of went forward. I put my feet to stop, and my ankle twisted. So like, okay, well, fuck that. This is dangerous. And technically speaking, I don't think the scooter is dangerous. I just think I'm an asshole. I'm a douchebag. I'm a dummy when it comes to this kind of things. And this is the real issue. I think the real issue is the driver and not, right? So I went to skateboard, and the thing with a skateboard is it has the exact same fucking story. So when I was younger, and I know this is a long story, but let's make it fun, right? Let's make it fun and let's make it as confusing as possible. When I wake up, I want to make you guys confused. So with the skateboard longboard, what happened was, when I was a kid, I told you guys before, my father would force me to go out. Said, hey, you're wasting your life playing those video games. Go out. And then I would take my bicycle and just go out, right? And then what ended up happening was, I had the habits of going everywhere I need to go and bike. I had a nice little locker, it was good. But then my bike broke, right? And I got a new one, and the new one was cheaper. And it was, when I say cheaper, it was really cheap. Because I was like, okay, well, I broke the last one, right? Then my father, when we went to buy a new one, is like, yo, I'm not gonna allow you to buy this one because it's too expensive. You have to buy this one because it's cheap. Just as a remembrance of, you fuck up a good bike, now you have a shitty bike and you have to use it and you have to not break it, even though it's highly breakable. That was the mentality of my father. So we go in, and of course it breaks, and I'm like, okay, well, am I gonna bring it to the apartment? No. So I bring my skateboard, and now my skateboard works. But my skateboard is, and it's crazy, it's insane. I used to work at IGA in Dorval. It was an hour and a half walking. And the reason why I was walking was I was too broke. I was doing a shift of 8 hours per week. I was barely making the rent, so fuck having a bus pass. And then the worst thing that happened was we broke the skateboard, the longboard. And because we broke the longboard, I had to walk. The longboard would take me 20 minutes to 40 minutes maximum. Walking was an hour and a half. So yeah, it was horrible. So what ended up happening is I've always constantly bought like skateboard and longboard because it was cheap. A good longboard will cost you like $80. It's not expensive. It's expensive than the bus, right? and we just use longboard since not day one of the apartment, but first year actually, which is now 12 years ago. So when I had my electric longboard, I didn't see that the the scooter was still good. I could still use it. I didn't like it. It was dangerous for me, but I could have made the effort of saying, you know what, you paid 700 for this. How do you use it? I was like, no, let's pay another 700 to buy a electric longboard, and the electric longboard worked. So we bought the first one, which was really good. We bought this one, which is really good. Then what happened is, with the darkness, I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So we're supposed to go to the government's, right? And you guys know me, I'm last seconds. We start at 10 o'clock. I'm there I leave the house at 40 because I know it takes 10 minutes to go. So I'm like 10 minutes to go, 10 minutes to register, I'm good. So I go in. And what ended up happening is my skateboard doesn't start. I thought I charged it, but it wasn't. Okay, that's so fucking stupid. I plugged it in a skate. I plugged it, but I didn't plug it on the wall. I didn't check if it was plugged on the wall. So it charged, but it didn't have a charge to charge. Right? So I go in, and I use my scooter. And the scooter works pretty well, right? It works pretty well. And then what happened is I go back home. My father calls me and say, hey, I need to talk to you about the debt, because you guys know that I have a debt to the government, right? So he's like, okay, I'm coming. Now I realize that my skateboard is still not good. So now I do the back and forth of the government. I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So I'm having fun. Now, fun fact, the longboard will last. The longboard will not stay in the water. The scooter will. So there's another day when I have to go. It's raining. I'm going on my scooter, no problem. And then I realized that because it's dark outside, I can put in the lights, and then my fucking brain flashes, but in so much better ways. I can put the flashlight of the scooter, use the GoPro, and just film in front. As simple as that. And the craziest thing is nobody's gonna do that. Nobody thinks about it. Nobody will ever do something like that. But we will. And that's why we're starting the night stroll, not tonight because tonight it's supposed to rain. Well, it's supposed to rain in between. It's supposed to rain and it's raining, I'll come out of this cycle of depression. Forget Manuel. So Manuel, Manuel is amazing, but Manuel was a huge fan on TikTok, and now she found the YouTube. She quit TikTok. She found the YouTube, so she's really good because she comments a lot. And by commenting a lot, we get more interaction. She's super nice. She's super nice. It's just weird because I haven't talked to her in like years. A year. So we're gonna be restarting the night stroll. Should be pretty fun. Now the reality is, what am I supposed to do? Is try it out, then tell you guys, because I don't know how clear the image is gonna be on the GoPro. Telling you the GoPro at night is horrible. You don't see shit. You barely see shit. Now, ultimately speaking, I could use the street lights to work around the fact that we don't see shit. But then I'm faced with another problem, and that other problem, which is really, really simple, is how good is it? Like the problem with the GoPro, like for example, right now I'm seeing my cell phone. The GoPro, I'm not gonna see the footage after that, so it bugs me. And the GoPro, I have this love and hate relationship. The GoPro, I'll be completely honest, is my favorite camera. I really do like the camera of the S24 Plus or Ultra. My apologies, but I like the phone more than the camera. So if I break the phone, I'm fucked. The GoPro, I have this love and hate relationship because the quality is amazing, the footage is amazing. However, the GoPro in itself is complete shit. So for example, right, I'm gonna be filming this scene. You're gonna be able to film this scene, right? Now there's a bird that's on the clothing line, and I want to film the bird. I can't zoom in. It was this really nice sunset, and all I had my GoPro, and the footage was nice. But if I had this camera, I guess it would have come. Missed opportunity. I was still filming, So we'll see how it goes. In a perfect world, we can. And again, the GoPro, the Nitro, the Nitro is kind of like a double edge. Not a double-edged sword, but kind of double-edged, and it's said. So it's kind of like a double edge because the GoPro is a way of filming that doesn't require a phone. And the phone, so the phone, okay, it's nice. It's easy to understand. You just have to, so the GoPro you can film, you can upload. The phone you can film, you can upload. So the GoPro was perfect back then because we didn't need to have tree. We didn't need to have tree. What should we call it? We didn't need to have tree. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. We didn't need to be tree playthrough. We didn't need to be doing tree things. I could have big videos. So the great thing that I would do, I would keep the long videos for nights, for when I sleep. When I go to GoPro night stroll. So okay, tonight I'm gonna go night stroll. I can film more because when I'm gonna be filming on the GoPro, right, I'm gonna be able to upload and upload and upload and upload. However, the GoPro has a price. This is great for that because the GoPro can upload, so let's focus on uploading things at home while I'm filming other stuff. However, the GoPro has so much quality that I'm gonna be filming. It's 4 gig per 8 minutes 52 seconds. 4 gigs. We have 1,000 gigs. Yeah, and I have now an hour and a half left, but we're emptying it. So as I'm talking, we're emptying it. I wouldn't say right now, but we're trying to empty it. So maybe like a couple of weeks, a month maybe. But then with the depression that we're facing right now, it's actually quite nice because the depression is stopping me from filming a lot. Like for example, when I was I'm becoming lazy. So I went out at 4 o'clock. It is currently 8:44. I woke up. I got up at 4. Came back to my father's house. And then I went to film outside, right? And then what ended up happening was the neighbor had music, so I can film. Like, okay, I could have closed the door. I could have closed the window and just film inside, but I didn't want to because we're gonna be filming inside tomorrow. We filmed inside the whole winter. So I like, okay, just wait a couple hours, right? Now it's 8 o'clock and they're finally coming in. They're coming in because it's raining, right? So yeah, I'm not filming as much as I should be. And that's why the footage of the GoPro is nice. The footage that we have on the phone, which is really nice. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, long enough video. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. What is that? Some people are just meant to be buzzed. You just made my heart burst. You can't make me lose my heart. Of course, you're a good person. Of course, you're a good person. You deserve it. Don't blink your blink. Usually, when you open a video where someone that scratches is non-existent beard, it's not the nicest sign to see. Not the nicest opening visually speaking. So I'm gonna fix that right away. Today we're talking about depression, and I know it doesn't seem, but today is the perfect day to talk about depression. So we talked about depression yesterday. We talked about depression on Sunday because we're Tuesday. No, we're Wednesday. So I talked about depression about Tuesday, Monday, and now today. Now, why is today the perfect day to talk about depression? Well, you can kind of see that I'm upbeat. You can kind of tell that I'm in a good, sort of a good mood. I'm gonna put in the lights. The reality is, am I doing better? Yes and no. Yes and no. Talked to my parents today, went out, talked to people in person. So of course this help. Of course this is a huge help. But today, why is this perfect example of depression? Depression isn't, in my opinion, the hard part of depression is the days like today. These days are the worst. So the first thing you notice with depression is you don't feel like doing anything, right? And then there's days where you feel a bit better. And because you feel a bit better, then you feel like doing stuff. And because you feel like doing stuff, you're like, okay, well, let's do stuff. Days like today is the picture perfect of depression because it is such a roller coaster. People picture depression as this always low. I'm sad, I'm crying, I want to sleep. And yes, depression is that. There's depression that is rendering you immobile or not able to move. I let that happen. That I need to do it. I should do it more. And there's part of depression like that. Some of the symptoms of depression, things that I felt myself. Now, from the person to another person is very different. Is the need to seclude, the lack of energy, the oversleeping. But there's days like today which are the worst because you have this false sense. And I feel like this is the best possible way to talk about it. Get a false sense of security. You have a false sense of I'm doing better, and this is the worst. So today, woke up doing okay. Then went to see my father, was doing okay. Then my father gave me a little bit of shit. Still feel okay. Went back home. We were supposed to film videos. We had the neighbors playing music so I could film. And then I went down a slippery slope. And yeah, just head back, you know. And days like today is the perfect amount because of the roller coaster. So it's super hard it's super hard because on days where you need to rest, you rest. On days where you feel like doing X, Y, Z, you do X, Y, and can I get a drum roll, please? Z. You're right. So days like today, it's really hard because you're like in a position of, well, I'm not really sure what I want. I'm not really sure what I should do. I'm not really sure of where this is gonna lead me. So it's hard to plan your evening. It's hard to plan what you're supposed to do. And when you're not able to plan, you shut yourself off. And this is when you're not doing anything. And when you're not doing anything, you go into your head. And when you go into your head, you get back to depression, right? So way to get out of it is talk about it, right? But we just talked about how we don't feel like talking to people. We're isolated. When it's better days, you're able to talk to people, you know? My mom just had this great idea. My mom had this great idea of talking to my social worker, right? On days like today, I would have talked to her. Would I talk to her like a couple hours ago? No. Now what we're feeling better is when we went out, we had a little piece of junk food. Okay, I know the diet is going down, but really helps me. Which is also weird because now that I have a lot of energy right now, and physically speaking, that's the crazy thing about my depression. Maybe it's ADHD, I don't know. Is I don't even know how my body is responding. See, there's a signal of pain, which is one of the best thing in the body. Call it the spider sense. You burn yourself as a child, you see fire, you're not gonna put your hand in the fire because you know it's gonna hurt you. But now your body doesn't know what's going on. It's so confused about your situation. Is he okay? Is he not okay? What is going on? Right? And this is the hard part. The hard part isn't saying, hey, I'm gonna be doing good, let's do the best thing to do would possibly like I don't like it, but the easiest thing or the best thing to do would be to, okay, when you're feeling good now, let's do something positive, let's do something constructive, right? And then that would be the easiest way to break things out. But it's not reliable. Maybe you feel good for 10 minutes, maybe you feel good for an hour, you know? And then, there's another part of depression today that really hits me. I don't know if I should be doing another video, but today, you see, I'm tempted to do this one because this was something that we saw today. So I see my father now, technically speaking. I'm asking my father. The real reason why we saw him is because I've been sleeping a lot and I've been filming a lot. So what happened is I don't upload as much as I should be. So I went to my father because our phone was full. So I went to my father and I uploaded 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 and I uploaded. How much time can I see that before you get annoyed? So I went to upload and then I was like, oh fuck, I'm not done. So I said to my father, hey, let's go to it was such a memorable, as weird as it is, it was such a memorable way to go actually. So what ended up happening is I was like, okay, well, let's leave my phone here. I had my scooter. I was like, Papa, I want to go to the lakeshore. I said, okay, no problem. So leave your phone there. My phone, I left it there because I didn't want to break it. But actually, it was for him to stay at home, and to stay at home and upload. And we went to the lakeshore because we had my GoPro. I just had my GoPro. We just reused my GoPro, which is really good. Many footage from last year, something that I didn't even remember filming. But then again, it's 8 minutes. Let's say 9 minutes because it's 8 minutes and 52 seconds. Let's say 9 minutes equate to 4 gigs. I have 1,000 gigs and I have an hour left. That means we have about 40 gigs left, which means 960 are things that I filmed last summer. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? But then, so we go to the lakeshore, right? And today I had such a weird mental state, such a weird, weird thing happened to me. I'm out and about, as the English people would say. You guys see that, right? You guys see that? Yes, no, maybe? Probably not. Fuck. I was out and about, and I was exploring the water, and I was like, dude, I miss this so much in nature. And I was like, I should have enjoyed nature more as a kid, because I'm 32 years old, and you know, it's important. And we were really trying to enjoy ourselves. We were really trying to do X, Y, Z, and be like, yo, it's actually fun, right? And then almost by fate, what ended up happening was, I was, it's a very small street, and they were doing construction. So I went in, and there was a construction worker that let me pass. And they would say, hey, and they give me the nods, which is the dude's thing to say hi, what's up, or hey, how's it going? Just a salute, I guess. It's not the Elon salute, but thank God. So what ended up happening is I was looking at the work and saying, oh, these are nice. And then the reality hit me. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna have to work soon, right? And then there was an increment of a supposed truth in there. The supposed truth is, yes, I miss nature. Yes, I miss going out, but I also miss filming nature, which is the motivation. So if I had to say it right now, it's super cool. The motivation is filming video, right? The process is going out, and the results are posting videos, right? The process is fun. The motivation is fun. So if there's no results, I'm still getting 2 times the fun, right? So then I was like, okay, well, here we are. Let's do this. And I saw that worker, and I was like, you know what? Fuck. And it's nuts because it was a Thursday afternoon. It was 2:00 p.m. and people were out and just chilling, and there's a lot of girls, as you guys know, feeling lonely nowadays, lately. And I was like, holy shit, dude. 51 minutes. 51 minutes, okay. So let's do this.